Hi, welcome back to On the Cusp with
Johnny Whitfield.
and Alan Sather. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're going to talk about alternative energy. Johnny, how many nuclear accidents have there been in this entire construction of nuclear power?
Well, that is a loaded question, sir. But nuclear, so everybody knows about the big nuclear accidents. I mean, we've got the recent one in Japan, the earthquake destroyed that reactor. And then we have the, what's that one, Chernobyl?
Chernobyl?
Yeah, and 3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah?
That's it. 3 accidents in 35 calendar years. And you know, if you add up all of the nuclear reactors that are running and all of their combined years of operation over that 35, it's 3 accidents in 14,500 years.
Huh.
Yep.
That's not bad. So I shouldn't be afraid of nuclear power then? Because I heard that you can like turn green and like
probably not, but you're not going to become the Hulk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that nuclear waste is healthy, but we have some people who have found a way to recycle nuclear waste anyways, and they can use what we currently have, nuclear waste just in the United States. I believe that if I read this correctly, they could use their current methods to turn that energy into enough energy to power the world till like 2080. That's the year 2080.
And that's just within the U.S., right?
That's just the nuclear waste
waste, right?
we have, yes.
So we could turn and sell that, make a profit with waste.
Yes.
Huh.
Power the grid.
That's pretty interesting.
And it's a lot cleaner than that oil stuff. And haven't there been we mentioned it briefly last time. The oil spills. You wanna dive into that?
Yeah, so okay, obviously there were only 3 accidents in nuclear power, so I probably shouldn't be too afraid of that, considering 42,860 oil spills in 20 years, from 1980 to 2000, not including all the ones after that.
Yeah.
And that one that was...
Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico in 2010, there was 500,000 tons of oil dumped into the Gulf of Mexico. And
how many birds, how many plants, how many species, animals died from that?
It's crazy.
And
there was 304 in that 20-year time period you're talking about. 304 million gallons dumped into the waters.
That's just...
We're drinking that stuff.
And I'm dying.
I don't
think from that.
You know, I mean, we could talk about whether drinking oil is worse than having some nuclear radiation. We could debate that, but 42,000 oil spills into waters, that's blowing my mind a little bit.
It's absolutely insane.
And so another option, you know, for powering the grid, the U.S. uses a lot of coal. You know, so like your electric cars, they're running on coal mostly. But coal is also a fossil fuel.
It is a fossil fuel. 68% is from fossil fuels, 37% is from coal that we currently use right now. 37% on coal, which is pretty much obsolete, or should be obsolete.
It should be.
Modern technology and everything.
It's providing 1/3 of our energy right now, but it's polluting the air and the water. The coal plants are doing $62 billion of damage every year in the U.S.
It doesn't make sense.
What? So, I mean, we've got the coal lobby, the oil lobby, but nuclear is clean. There is 0 carbon from that.
The only thing is obviously the waste, and then you bury it or whatever you're going to do with it. But with the new technology of harnessing that waste energy and turning it into new energy it's amazing.
Beautiful. And it would greatly reduce the costs of our electricity.
Yeah, you don't have to produce it again. You just have to...
Yeah, and especially with recycling the waste, I mean, even if we didn't sell it to other countries, even if we kept it all, we could power our own grid for ages. Yeah.
Well beyond.
Everyone that's currently alive would probably be dead by the time that we run out of nuclear waste to recycle. So, I mean, and we've got, I mean, solar is really coming on strong.
Solar's come down a lot. Pricing wise, has come down a lot, I think.
It's comparable to nuclear in terms of cost effectiveness. It's
nuclear
really cool.
costs roughly 75 cents a kilowatt, which is not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's very effective. It's efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Think that nuclear and solar is the way to go going forward. We get rid of all the fossil fuels, and we have a much cleaner planet.
I mean, you got a lot of different things. You got wind is coming, hydroelectric.
Yeah.
And there's just so many different things that we don't need to be using. Coal and oil.
Yeah, no more drilling, no more, we have this debate over like whether we should drill on our own shores or not. That's ridiculous. Like, we don't need it. And we don't need to be dependent on foreign oil either. We have we have plenty of natural gas, which can tide us over until we get the nuclear plants.
I mean, with shale fracking and all that.
If we're not dependent on foreign oil, wouldn't that reduce all the emissions from the tankers bringing the oil here?
It would as well.
That very fine question.
Great observation there, Adam.
Or statement, I should say, huh?
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah. So, I think that that we've made it pretty clear that
oil sucks.
Yeah. And then coal's not great.
No.
So, going forward, let's that day that we're using all these electric and like hydrogen fuel cell cars, which we'll talk about more in the next episode. We're running on all things that are not oil. Can you imagine like no gas stations? They're just like hydrogen refueling and electric charging stations.
Well, yeah, like Tesla, they put up a bunch of charging stations, which, as my understanding, is free to charge up. You just have to buy the charger. It just connects in and clean energy.
That's really cool. Like Tesla's doing a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. And we'll get into that a little bit more. But,
sounds good. But I think that wraps it up for our alternative energy segment.
Yeah. So, nuclear power.
Yeah. Tune in next time for transportation options and the future of transportation.
I'm Alan Sather.
I'm Johnny Whitfield. Have a great day.
Thank you.